go. All right, shush. That's enough. That's enough. I can't hang about now. I've got about half an hour and then that's it. I've got to go out because I've got to go meet Luther, right? I said, I'll tell you what, right? I said I'd go out with him because he phoned me up this afternoon miserable again, right? Because he's fat again. I'll tell you what happens with Luther. He was really fat, right? And then he got really thin and he was happy. And then he got fat again and he was miserable. Then he got thin and he was still miserable. Then he got fat and he was happy. And then he was thin and he was happy. And now he's fat and he's miserable again. I can't keep up, right? So I'm going to take him out tonight. But the problem, last time I went out and we had a difficult time because it was about 3 weeks ago and we went out, right? And he had his mate with him, he had a homie with him, right? For a boy from the hood. And he had his mate with him and he said, Bob, this is R. Kelly, right? And I went, hello, Kelly, nice to meet you, right? And I said to Luke, I didn't know you had a brother. I ain't got a brother. I said, I thought you said it was your Kelly. And it all got horribly confusing in the end. Anyway, so I've got to shoot off, keep an eye on the time. Remind me to phone Rolex up. Oh, look, what a fantastic thing, right? I've discovered, you know my magic microwave, which will do anything, right? I found another brilliant thing it does, right? You buy these, right? This is a Kinder egg. You can see it there. I'll tell you what it's called. It's called a Kinder Surprise. And on the adverts, they say, why not buy a Kinder Surprise? Because inside there's a little toy. Well, where's the bleeding surprise, then? You spoiled that one for the kiddies, didn't you? Anyway, what you do is you take the wrapper off and you open it up like that, and inside is chocolate. I'll keep that for Luther. He'll have that. In fact, I have to be careful. I'd never, ever give Luther a Kinder Egg, ever. Because he just takes the wrapper off and it goes, and then you have to take it to hospital to get the toy taken out. So this is what you do, right? You open it up, and the toy inside, with no disrespect to the ladies and gentlemen at Kinder, but... Yeah, sure. Kids today. What's the kid going to say? Hey, throw the Game Boy out. Got some yellow plastic. No, but no worries, we've got the magic microwave. Look, open it up, put the little Kinder toy in, press the magic buttons. Beep, 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 beep. Press that. Leave it a minute. Well, you can't argue with that, can you? Look at that. That is absolutely fantastic. Power Rangers. What else I got? I got any... Oh, look at this. I think this is cruel. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is cruel, but it's very tasty. What they do is they go to Wales, right? And they get Welsh people, right, who basically do things for money. And they buy... They take the palms of their hands, right, and they cut them out. They cut the middle of the palms of their hands. And they soak them in brine, and they're very, very tasty. And that's where they get hearts of palm in brine. Absolutely beautiful. Very tasty snack, that is, for an English person. There, you whack that there. I better move that, or Luther will eat that as well. What have I got here? Oh, she sent me the book. She sent me a book, Diana. Diana on the Edge, right? Inside the Mind of the Princess of Wales, right? And as you can see me on the front there. That's me there, because I used to be a part of her life, and then I had to have her stop phoning me up all the time on her mobile. And there we are together on our way to an official function. Fantastic. It was very happy for a while, but... Oh, on one subject, the royal family. Look at this, another gift from one of them. Look, can you see that? Bless, look. Miss... can you... Miss Luna. There it is. And when you open it up, a beautiful little makeup set. Prince Edward, lovely boy. Fantastic. Anyway, as I say, I'm short of time because Luther and his Kelly are going to be waiting. But you're lucky to catch me anyway, because normally this time of night I'd be out and about. You know how much money I earn, right? I earn loads and loads of money, a couple of £1 million, right, monthly. I bought a new Jeep. It's the best one you can get, off-road vehicle, right, 4-wheel drive. Better than the Land Rover or the Grand Cherokee or the Shogun, any of them. It's fantastic, it's brilliant. £70,000. £70,000, that is fantastic. Yeah, I'll tell you what I've got for you. I've got another one of my television programmes that I'll make to show you. I'll just sit in my chair, right? Right, this is a programme that I made for LWT, actually, because I do work for all the big TV companies, BBC, ITV, Channel 4, QVC. I've got my own show for them. I'm the guy with the ruler. right? And this is a programme I did, and what this is an appeal, basically. It's a crime show, it's an appeal for information.
They've already isolated several suspects from hours of video footage and thousands of stills taken at the scene. Now they need your help to identify them.
Right, basically what this is, right, we've got all this footage of all these oiks who went on this riot, and what we're saying then, and hey, what I'm saying now to you is if you recognise any of these people, don't think, you know, oh, we shouldn't grass and that. They've broken the law, tell us about it, right? Give us a call, come around my house, tell me if you identify any of these people on this bit of footage. Anyone at all.
It's Sunday, the 9th of October, and around 20,000 demonstrators...
Don't rush it. Have a look carefully. Bloke in the car? No? Who's that? I recognise him. I think he lives on my street. This was a terrible riots. This was the riots in Hyde Park. And what people don't understand in riots is that a lot of innocent people get caught up, especially women who just happen to be out walking their dogs and chance upon a riot.
By later that evening, it's turned into a full-scale riot. Hundreds of people are hurt, and as the fighting spreads...
Have a think about that. It is, don't think I've showed you the wrong bit of film here. It is the politics, it is not the police Grand National, all right?
By later that evening...
There they go, there. And they're coming up to Petersbrook, and it's PC-32, and he's taking the
into a full-scale riot.
But there's a lady walking her dog there. Fella waiting for a bus, look. We run along in a minute.
On duty on that day, we had...
Think about people who go on riots. Why can't they take some lessons in throwing beforehand, right? Why are always the worst throwers in the world who go on riots? Look. Copper! What? And look at this bloke here with the bin, look. Look, I'm going to get this bin and I'm going to chuck it, right? I'm going to chuck it right at the coppers, yeah. All right, filth. I want to chuck this bin at you, yeah.
Marches and demonstrations are
Oh, sorry, mate, sorry. Sorry, pal, I'll never see you there. No, I'm sorry about that. Here we go, what we got? We've got some more programmes for them now. Yeah, let's, I'll whip this one out. I'll take this one out. And I'll do this, right? Before I do, right, I like to do this for a little minute. Hang on. This ain't a real clarinet. It looks like a clarinet, but it's not a real clarinet, right? Because I was going to learn to play the clarinet, but to become like really good at the competent at the clarinet, you've got to practice 5 or 6 years, right, until you're really competent. And to play Stranger on the Shore, for instance, you have got to be pretty competent. So I'm like 23 now. So by the time I become competent on it, I'll be like 28, which basically, in the world of the light classics, is a little bit. I'm leaving a little bit late. So I just play this. That's all. Anyway, right, this is another programme that I made, right? It's about heavy metal music.
DJ Neil Kay has been playing hard rock for years and doesn't like the label heavy metal.
I despise the term heavy metal. I think a little bit of an explanatory note here, maybe. The actual term heavy metal is an American term, and it's now been obsolete for about 10 years.
Why are you wearing a T-shirt, mate? Pardon me, Catweasel, but why are you wearing a T-shirt? Simple as that, right? But look at him, look. Motorhead, Bomber. I bet he's into some heavy thrash metal, isn't he? I bet he's into Anthrax, Metallica, Skid Row. God, I bet he just loves that speed thrash grunge, don't you, eh? Don't you, son?
Judy Garland was a real artist. People like that gave...
So, Judy Garland and who?
Judy Garland was a real artist. Al Jolson was a real artist. People like that gave their all and everything for the stage, and most of them finished up dying for it as well.
Yeah, live fast, die young. Al Jolson. You want to go and see the Brian Connolly show, that's what it's like. Too fast to live, too young to die. Al Jolson, respect, enough said. Anyway, this is him, and he's got a stupid beard. No, he's got a club, have a look.
When the fans are not following Iron Maiden to the live gigs, they can be found at heavy metal discos like Neil Kay's Bandwagon in North London. More than 1,000 heavy metal fans make the pilgrimage to the bandwagon every week, and getting played there...
Sorry, Danny, I don't want to disrespect anything you're saying, but how many people go to the club?
More than 1,000 heavy metal fans make the pilgrimage to the bandwagon every week, and getting played there has been important for Iron Maiden in building...
Well, if more than 1,000 people go every week to his disco, why has he only got 3 records with him? And what sort of people go, anyway, to these clubs?
I even have atomic scientists, trainee scientists that I know of that are regular members of this place that still are into hard rock.
Fair enough. Trainee scientists.
Heavy metal may attract fans from a wide range of backgrounds, but they are mainly male and overwhelmingly white.
So are they the atomic scientists, these 2 guys here?
2 of the regulars at the bandwagon disco are wedding photographer Rob Loonhouse and road mender Alan Day.
OK.
Do you get any black...
All right, so a road mender and a wedding photographer. So when did the atomic scientists come? They turn up a little bit later, do they? But they have some fantastic people come down here. Clapton goes down there, Jeff Beck used to go down there, Lemmy from Motorhead used to go down there. And one of the finest guitarists of all time used to go down there. But their knowledge of rock and roll music is so vast that just for a second, when you see this bloke into it, he can't quite remember this lad's name.
Do you get many black kids coming?
We got one. We call him Jimi Hendrix.
That's right, yeah. Is that him, left-handed fella, big hair? Is that, yeah, I think that's him, yeah. Anyway, this is the disco, right? This is the disco. And as Danny Baker told you doing the voiceover there, 1,000 people a night pack into this disco. So why don't we have a look at it? Because it's got to be, it's got to be a sweaty, hogs grunting, hard-rocking, moody kind of place, isn't it?
Music there from Rush and the current LP, Permanent Waves, and something entitled The Spirit of the Radio. Right now, some Judas Priest from the LP Killing Machine. This one's called Hellbent for Leather.
Go for it! Thousand people.
Headbanging is to heavy metal.
Shut up, maybe they was revising for an atomic scientist type exam. You don't know, that's actually me and my mate, right? That's me, I was a lot younger then, I had long hair and tighter jeans. I've still got that. But this bloke here, he's my mate, right? And we used to play air guitars. It was fantastic, right?
Well, it was
fantastic.
And at the bandwagon, the mouthful of safety pins has given way to a recurring symbol of rock fantasy, the homemade imitation guitar.
I tend to practice at home. I tend to like to know where the chord changes or where the solos come in. I tend to like to make it look as if I am actually playing. I do actually know what I'm doing.
Yeah, well, you don't just want to look like a wanker, do you?
You know, most people just get their heads down, the head goes up and down, and the arms go up and down, and they play the rhythm whilst the lead's in it. Looks a bit stupid sometimes, you know, but, you know, they get off on it.
Yeah, the ones who can't do it properly, they look stupid. Anyway, why is it that you just play this air guitar, then? Why don't you get a real guitar?
I'm now 23. In the rock business, it's getting on a bit, you know, 23. To become really competent at the guitar, you've got to play it for about 5 years, you know, before you become reasonably competent. And you've got to be pretty competent to play rock music, so say it will most probably take me into, about 30, you know, before I do become competent. So really, I've left it a bit late.
I would like to sit where Eamon sits and take my shoes off and waft my socks under your nose whilst I was... And tell your dopey friend, the weather girl, I've sent her a photo of myself in only a jockstrap. Sorry, I didn't realise... Sorry. Right. OK, fine. I was just finished off some correspondence. Right, here's another programme you might be interested in seeing. Hey, look at this one. Look, how hard is a programme that has to start like this? Warning from the FBI. Even Brookside can get away without a warning from the FBI, but that's what it is, because I'll tell you, it is one of the heaviest pieces of work you will ever see. Practical knife fighting for personal protection. Volume 1, vital concepts and technique. I'll tell you one thing that I know for sure. This ain't Disney, right? This ain't gonna have the Buena Vista logo on it anywhere at all.
Son of a bitch. Got your fucking ass now.
Son of a bitch. Cut your ass now. No, that's his neck, mate. Ass